How do you feel when you hear that? Are you just fed up a bit now?
I understand the fans' frustration. We are in a position we don't want to be in. That we're working very hard day and night to change.
Moments they've waited on for years. 17 for silverware.
Last few moments, it was announced that Thomas Frank has been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur.
He won for this. Tottenham Hotspur on UEFA.
In your model of signing players, of hiring managers, it kind of feels like it's a lot that's decided on the fly.
That we're working very hard day and night to change. And I also think it's a situation now the club has been in, it's fair to say, almost 2 years, and ended last season as well. Clearly a pattern that we struggle to manage Europe. And
the fall of Thomas Frank, Tottenham's crisis, deepens the mood inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, had shifted from hope to hostility. Cold London air carried the sound of boos as frustrated supporters began leaving their seats, while a chant no manager ever wants to hear echoed around the ground. "You're getting sacked in the morning." Within hours, those words proved prophetic. Thomas Frank was dismissed as Tottenham manager less than 8 months after taking charge, plunging the club into yet another period of uncertainty at a time when stability was needed most. What was meant to be a long-term project suddenly became a crisis, with Spurs now glancing nervously toward the relegation zone. When Frank arrived in June 2025, optimism surrounded North London, known for his remarkable work at Brentford, guiding them from the Championship into an established Premier League side despite limited resources. Frank was seen as a thoughtful builder, a coach capable of shaping Tottenham's future with tactical clarity and calm leadership. The club believed they had found the right man to create something sustainable. Replacing Ange Postecoglou, who had delivered Europa League success, the board signalled its willingness to trust a process rather than chase quick fixes. But football rarely rewards patience. Plans mean little without results, and the results simply never arrive. The numbers quickly turned alarming. Tottenham slipped to 16th in the table, just 5 points above relegation, an unthinkable position for a club often grouped among England's elite. They managed only 2 wins in their last 17 league matches, collecting a mere 12 points in that stretch. Even more concerning was their collapse at home, suffering 7 defeats in front of their own fans, a place that once felt like a fortress. Confidence drained from the squad, frustration grew in the stands, and pressure inside the boardroom intensified with every passing week. What made the situation harder for supporters to accept was not just the losses, but the manner of them. Spurs often looked short on creativity, predictable in attack, and lacking the energy fans had grown accustomed to. Injuries to key players certainly played a role, but in football, excuses rarely quiet disappointment. The excitement that once surrounded the club faded, replaced by anxiety about where the season might be heading. Frank's dismissal is another reminder of how unforgiving modern football can be. Managers are hired with visions of the future, praised as innovators, and trusted to build something lasting. Yet time is a luxury few are granted. Tottenham now find themselves searching for yet another manager, their 6th permanent appointment in just 7 years, highlighting a cycle of change that has prevented any real sense of direction from taking hold. For Spurs, this moment feels like more than just a managerial change. It feels like a warning. A club that once dreamed of competing for the biggest honours is now focused on something far more immediate: survival. The next decision will be crucial because in football, decline rarely announces itself loudly. It creeps in quietly through dropped points and fading belief until suddenly it becomes impossible to ignore.